So this is something I improvised today to get basically a camera mounted on a boom pole where I could get some downward angles. And so I'm using a jack here and a hydraulic table there. The table's on wheels and I can roll out around and move it where I want to have it. The C-clamp on the back there is just to counterbalance the weight of the monitor here and the camera up on top there. And the monitor here just shows me what the camera's seeing. And it's all, I just sort of all improvised it with stuff I had laying around. And everything's just sort of C-clamped together. And I'll probably try to make it more permanent. I just was doing it in a moment to get camera angles. I've always kind of wanted to get some angles like this, but I didn't really have a way to do it until I started thinking about it, and I realized I have this stuff laying around. I could easily make that happen. And I think it worked pretty well, especially if it being on wheels. I can roll it and fine-tune the elevation with a foot control down there. And I can see the monitor very easily, and I can slide that back and forth. And the camera's on a ball pivot, so I can pivot that around if I need to. But it worked great for what I needed, and didn't cost me a dime. I had it all laying around. I wanted to share with you, this is a camera boom that I've improvised. I've got it on everything's kind of C-clamped together on a steel pole, and there's a adjustable jack there, and it's mounted on a table, a hydraulic table that's also adjustable. And so I wanted a camera that I could position for views directly down, and so I also hung a monitor on there so I could actually see what the camera's seeing, because otherwise it's fairly difficult to see. And so it's also on wheels. You can roll this whole contraption around and also raise and lower it and pivot it around. It pivots around on that pole. And also I can slide this monitor back and forth. There's a relatively short cable, HDMI cable from the monitor up there to that camera. So there's not a lot of room to play with there. But it worked pretty good for what I needed to do. I needed some direct downward angles from a high position. And this worked great, and I'll probably keep it around, maybe figure out a way to make it more permanent.